Welcome to the Purple Stars podcast, the place where every life story and paw print has the power to touch your heart and inspire meaningful change. I'm Sarah Herzl, your host, a coach for health and mindset, a founder, an author, and above all, an animal lover. In this podcast, we bring together guests who share a deep love for our furry companions and offer unique perspectives on life and the life lessons they have learned from animals. If you're an animal lover who is eager to grow personally, this is precisely where you belong.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Purple Stars podcast. My name is Sarah. I am your host. And today I really felt the need talking about the feeling of falling behind in life. So if you are currently worried because you are not married yet, or because your career path has had detours and you haven't gotten the promotion yet, or maybe you haven't bought a house or haven't started that business, or you're still figuring out what you really want in life, this episode really is for you. And I also just remember I recorded an episode with Olson last year. If you haven't listened to it, please do, because it is really an amazing episode. And Tanner is such an awesome, inspiring person. And one of the things we talked about in the episode was the feeling of falling behind in life. And he said, which I really loved, he said, Sarah, when you're at your life at a place that you don't want to be, it's really hard not to feel like you're falling behind in life. And it's also hard to not feel that life is a race. And he ended up writing a little poem, which is, life isn't a race and you are not falling behind. And I bought a few of the cards, and I also have one actually in my journal. And I think it's such a great reminder, because the truth is, in my opinion, there is no such thing as falling behind in life, because the truth is there is no universal timeline. So no finish line you were supposed to cross by now. And I know it can feel like everyone else is moving faster, or like you're missing the mark, or that some invisible clock is ticking and you are not where you should be. But I'm here to tell you, you are exactly where you need to be, and you are certainly not falling behind, and you're living life in your own pace. And sometimes the most powerful growth happens in the stillness. And sometimes the delay is divine. And sometimes what looks like falling behind is actually life making space for something deeper, truer, bigger, and more aligned. So you haven't missed your moment. You are living the moment right here and right now. And I invite you to give yourself the permission to trust your path, and also to trust your pace, because you are going to bloom in your very own time. And also you are going to yield your fruits in your very own time. And everything, like all of this, whether it's in your personal life or your professional life, is going to happen on time. And that's why I wanted to record this little episode, because I know so many people feel, oh my God, I'm falling behind in life. And particularly when we, for example, when you want to get pregnant and everyone around you suddenly starts to be pregnant, or when you graduated from college and everyone seems to already have a great job, but you're, still going for all the applications, or maybe, like all of your high school friends already in your 30s start to buy their first homes, and you're still trying to figure out where you even want to live. So I think the timeline factor comes in when we, on the one hand, compare ourselves Then also on the other hand, when we look at the timeline that either society imposes on us, or maybe our parents, or maybe even ourselves. And another thing that just came to my mind a few days ago, I was on a walk with my dog Felix, and I met this woman. I've never seen her before. Really beautiful woman in her 60s with her puppy. Her puppy's name is Bianca, a really cute little 6-month old dog. And so we started talking about our dogs, and out of the blue, I'm not kidding you, I didn't ask for it. Out of the blue, she says that she is now happily married. She's very content with her life. She has a beautiful home, lovely kids, like also an amazing dog. And she also had a great career. And everything, like all of these things and people, came much later in life than she expected to, and also than she wanted to. And I thought that was such a beautiful reminder to record this episode if even a stranger shares out of the blue, a little anecdote about the timeline in life. So wherever in your life you are feeling that you're falling behind, I'm here to tell you, you are allowed to bloom in your own way, and you are allowed to move for life at your own pace. And also, you're probably doing so much better than you think. So I do hope that you are going to, spend a little bit of time to celebrate yourself, and also to remember that you, exactly as you are right now, despite the feeling of falling behind, you are amazing and you are loved, and there is only one you, and that's why your life and your pace and your path will look differently to others. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share today. And I hope that these words, there is no such thing as falling behind in life, because you are always at the right time, at the right place, and you are right now where you are meant to be. And I hope that these words really land in your heart, and you can then allow yourself just to, take a breath. I hope that this episode inspired you, and if you loved it, please share it with your family and friends, because it's good for all of us if we remember that we're not falling behind in life. And there is no such thing actually as falling behind in life. And as Olson said, life is not a race. This being said, stay safe, and I see you next Wednesday.